Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. This is Neil, and I am not good enough to wear this. I feel like I'm not worthy enough. This fragrance is for that sophisticated, in-shape gentleman sitting at a cafe in Venice, Italy, with a beautiful model, and they drive off in a Ferrari. I'm more of the type that I'm sitting there by myself eating a pizza, eating a slice of pizza and drinking some coffee. But this is a very sophisticated scent, and it's a very modern take on a sophisticated scent because it has a lot of jasmine. It's a very jasmine-heavy fragrance, and I'm going to go onto the Fragrantica page and give you a notes breakdown. Now, this fragrance in particular gets beat up in the fragrance community because, well, Acqua di Parma Colonia was a classic and is still a classic and one of the best fragrances you'll ever try. I'm a big fan of Acqua di Parma. I love their oud. I buy their minis. Every time I run out, I buy another one. Acqua di Parma is specifically geared towards the mature gentleman. I'm 54 and this fits me. It fits my lifestyle. It's an EDC concentration, and a lot of people will beat it up because it doesn't have that longevity or that projection. But sometimes people don't want the projection. I don't want the projection sometimes, but I like to smell good. And some people compare it to a very friendly soap, which is jasmine heavy. Now, before I get into the notes breakdown, I like to give you my review, which is pretty similar to my video review. But what I'm saying is it's perfect for Miami. You may not always want to be wearing an EDT or an EDP. This is an EDC, and if you love the Acqua di Parma DNA like I do, this may be perfect for you. And I live near the Aventura Mall, and this one is the one that sells. It's always the ones that get beat up that are the big sellers, like YEDP. It's a hot seller. This is a hot seller. Okay? And you know the image I gave you of a man that's well dressed, who's very fit. He jumps into his Ferrari with that beautiful chick, like a Lana type. And this is the image I get in my head when I wear this. And I feel like I'm that guy. I know I'm not that guy, but in my imaginary world, I am that guy. So let me get away from the nonsense and give you the notes breakdown. Okay, you have ozonic notes here. You have the bergamot, the orange, the narcissus, the petitgrain, the jasmine, the musk, the coriander, and the cedar. And I can tell you, I notice a lot of cedar in the dry down. And cedar is that very beautiful fragrance. Maybe you're walking through Home Depot, you take that sniff, and it's a very homey feeling, or like Paul said, you're building your back deck. It's a very comforting scent. And it dries down to a very dominant cedar. So overall, I like to conclude by saying this is one of my favorite Acqua di Parma fragrances. It's a very modern retake on the original. If Colonia isn't your cup of tea, but there's something you really like about it, this has a very similar DNA. Anyway, hey, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Take care of yourself, and hopefully you have a very prosperous 2019. Take care.